Bonjour, welcome back to Duncan Walsh Motivation. Today we are going to talk about running in the context of getting fit, losing weight. And first of all, I just wanted to say about running as an activity. Running is one of those things which is fundamental really to many sports, many athletes in different sports. They will all, pretty much all, at some stage go running. All sorts of sports will use running for their basic fitness, and it is a very good way to lose weight and get fit. Obviously there are other ways as well. There are circuit training and I could go on and on and on with all the activities, aerobic activities. But running is one of the fundamentals that is very good, very useful. So before you start, obviously you need kit. The main thing is running shoes. You know, pretty much everyone's got some shorts knocking around or tracksuit. Get some decent running shoes. You're going to be using them hopefully a lot. It's a little investment, but yeah, get some good running shoes. There'll be lots of advice on YouTube to, look around and online to see which the best ones are. You don't need to get something super expensive. I don't think I've ever bought running shoes that are super expensive. I've just got middle of the range running shoes and they've been absolutely fine. As long as they've got a good heel on them, then that's you don't have to spend a fortune on good running shoes. Another good thing that you may want to have is some music, some headphones. You could either have wireless, Bluetooth. I never got along with in-ear headphones. They would slip a little bit once you start sweating. So on the ear or over the ear headphones, I guess generally people connect to their phone today. Music is something that people often use, and it is a great motivating source. There's lots of research out there showing that people do perform better whilst listening to music in their exercise. Now, a lot of people are put off by running. They think, oh, it's going to be, some grueling run. They think, oh, I've got to go for a 10k run and it's going to kill me. But there are ways to get around that, to make it easier, to trick yourself or your brain into compartmentalizing the effort. And what I mean by that is having a series of short-term goals. This is important in all forms of motivation, to have short-term goals or very short-term goals, something that I'll speak about in other videos. But the same principle applies for running. Now, one trick that I found very good for people I've coached, I've trained, is what I call lampposts. Now, I don't know if you call them that in the US or other countries, but what I mean by that is if you go running outside your house, there are lampposts, there are lighted posts, there are things at certain designated points within sight. They might be 100 meters away, they may be 50 meters away, but there are little points where you can say, okay, I'm going to run to that lamppost, that post, that pillar. And the point is that it's at a distance which is very accessible. It's a short distance, you can visualize it, you can say, okay, I've just got to jog to that point. If you think, oh, I've got to jog 3 miles or 5 miles, then it feels like a long way away, but if you've just got to run to that lamppost, then that's great. And then you can walk. So you're just compartmentalizing the effort. So you get to that lamppost, you can walk, absolutely no problem in doing that. You might say, okay, I'm going to walk to the next lamppost, and then you'll see another post. And when you've recovered a little bit, you could say, okay, I'm going to run to the next lamppost. So you can do that throughout your whole effort for the time period, whether it's just 10 minutes to start with, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or as long as the session is. There's nothing wrong with when you start just doing 5 or 10 minutes just to start. It depends where you're coming from, how long it's been since you've done regular exercise, or some people haven't really done regular exercise at all. So nothing wrong with saying, okay, I'm going to go out for 10 minutes for your first session, and I'm going to run from lamppost to lamppost intermittently. The space in between is a walk. You'll be surprised how far you can get using that method with the walk, jog in between lampposts. You can cover quite a distance when you know that you're going to have a little break, and there's another little short-term goal of that lamppost, and then another one. You can cover quite a distance, as long as you remember that you've got to come back as well. Don't just keep going out there and go, okay, right, I'm tired now, and you've got to come back. So sometimes a circular route is a good idea, because then you don't feel that you're too far away from home. Another thing that will help is if you feel you have a program to stick to. This may be a 6-week, 8-week program where it's a 5K, 8-week program that you can stick to, and it gives you a weekly schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, etc. Those are very useful as well. It helps you to stick to a schedule, and it doesn't feel quite as random whether you think, okay, I'll go for a run today or should I not. It's scheduled out for you. So getting a program is a very good tip, I would say. Another great tip is to enter a fun run. Look online for your area. There will be lots of fun runs available, and enter one. Give yourself, a good few months to prepare. Probably 5K is a good distance. Having that date in the future to aim for, again, just provides that motivation. So entering a fun run, I know people that's worked for very well. In fact, they've scheduled in their year with a series of fun runs. So yeah, that is another great tip to help motivate you and get you started on your running journey. Another great tip, as I've said before about a weight loss buddy, have a jogging buddy. Have someone else that maybe would like to start with you that you can meet up with. It's always great to go on the journey with someone else. It's just that feeling that you're not doing this on your own. On those days as well, when you're feeling a little bit demotivated, you didn't sleep that well last night, and you think, oh, can I really be bothered? But your running buddy is keen, or hopefully they are keen. Then I guess the way I describe it is that you default the motivation to someone else, the source of motivation to someone else. It provides that reason. You don't want to let someone down. If you've arranged to go jogging at a certain time, you don't want to let them down. So you're providing reasons for yourself to ultimately get the job done and get out there. So I think a running partner or running buddy is a very useful thing to get yourself out there. One thing that I would say before you start is to check out on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be lots of videos. Stretching. I would just get a little bit clued up on the stretches before and after you've been for your run. The main areas you want to target are calves and Achilles, because those are areas that you will be using obviously quite a lot. There are calf stretches, Achilles stretch. Achilles stretch is something that is just so important. It's basically a calf stretch, but just bend your knee slightly and you will target the lower area where your Achilles is. We don't want to get injured in an early stage, so stretching is very good to get in the habit of. Okay, so I think those are some good fundamentals to have, and yeah, good luck with your running. Hope you enjoyed the video. There should be links here and here for more nuggets of gold and motivational tips. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss a video, and we will soon get well on the way to achieving those goals.
What?
Do it again.